Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Amma ba'da, habati fillah. Someone asked, I recently found out there is a trend within some brothers who claim to be Salafi that they say that the Sheikh Al-Albani had the tendency of the Murjia. Is this true? Also, was Abu Bakr al-Jazairi a trusted scholar for ilm? First and foremost, habati fillah, it's a strange situation and time that we live in when people like me are asked about imams like that. So that's the first thing we have to look at, that it would be very unbefitting to speak about imams of the religion and belittle them. This is first, it's muharram. Secondly, that is a long, major, drawn-out issue about some ibarat, some statements Imam Al-Albani had. But la shak, the ulama have made clear, and Imam Al-Albani was clear and far from irja. So that is batil, false, and that's what the Hizbi say. And then don't pay. I would just say this: don't sit with anybody who makes these claims, and don't sit with anyone, and even take from those scholars of Hizbiyah who authored books attacking, and I would just say this, Safar Hawali in Salman Oda, people like this, no, don't take from them. There's no need to. There's too many ulama of the Sunnah that call to the book and the Sunnah, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Madhab of the Salaf. You don't even need to go to any of their books, not even one tape. So that, I'll just leave it at that. As far as Abu Bakr al-Jazairi, rahmatullahi alayhi, rahmatan wasi'ah, may Allah have mercy upon them all. May Allah forgive him for any issues and mistakes. I didn't sit with him. I used to hear him in his chair. He was an elder. He only just recently died, I think last year, or maybe 6 months ago, something like this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive him of his sins and bless him with Jannat al-Firdaus. He served the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and had been teaching in the haram, I don't know, 40, 50 years, something like this. He's authored numerous books that have a lot of benefit for the Muslim home. With that being said, there are some issues. I think probably his position, as with Imam Jibrin and probably others who had some ashkal and probably defended Ikhwan Muslimin and those other groups, or considered them from Ahl Sunnah, Jama'at Tabligh, Ikhwan Muslimin, and so forth. So this is where they differed with the most of the Salafi scholars in this time. And so there probably were some issues there, but again, it's definitely not worth belittling, discrediting an imam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised up to serve the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that many countless students of knowledge graduated from at his hand, and people benefited from his knowledge and still benefit from his knowledge while he's in the grave. So it's very important not to waste your time in getting in those issues. If you know Arabic, or you can also benefit from his English books, they have benefit. They're not calling to any bid'ah or anything like this. Again, those masail in which he differed are issues that you probably won't even find in his, definitely in anything translated in English from him, probably, and so on and so forth. So I wouldn't waste my time getting deeply in those affairs. And we ask Allah the Almighty to accept our good and forgive our evil. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad.